Okay, so we're going to be checking out this video called Dwarf Fortress Review, Strike the Earth. I have not played this game. I have heard a little bit about this. I've been interested in it. It's by Seth Sezek, Senz. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not going to continue to try. So this should be interesting. This guy made the Space Station 13 video that I reacted to not too long ago. So let's check this one out. I think this should be pretty good.
Hey people, Seth here. Today, I'll be covering a long-running cult classic that's still up.
It's 8-bit? Is there a second one? Is there a second one? Because I kind of think that the one I'm thinking of was a 3D video game. I'm not 100% sure on that. Download Dwarf Fortress July 7, 2018. There's no way that it's that new. There's no way that it's that new.
Updated and developed to this very day. A game which
3D brand energy drinks inks taste good. They're on Amazon. I like 3Ds. 3Ds are really, really good. I haven't had one in a while. The only place I was able to ever get them was at GNC. I'd never tried the lemonade flavor one. Of course, all the 3Ds I ever had, they were just, color coded. They didn't have the flavors printed on the can.
Chronicles the lives and accomplishments of stumpy alcoholics as they struggle to avoid sobriety. A game where the most ludicrous events take place daily.
Yeah, that's why I like the dwarfs. Fuck the sobriety.
Where civilizations rise and fall just because someone left a Necronomicon in the public library. A game where the UI is so useless and convoluted that you'd honestly have an easier time playing Microsoft Excel.
I'm a performance artist. Deep, dark fantasies.
Gang it up.
Come on, college boy. On my shoulder.
I'm
What's
speaking,
with
of course,
that,
about
dude?
Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is less of a game and more of a complex fantasy world simulation made by one guy over 20 years and probably for the rest of his natural and unnatural lifespan, as we plan to crowdfund Tarn Adams a synthetic body so he can focus on what truly matters. Dwarf Fortress really is one of the greatest autism projects to ever blossom. Fun fact, it's also the hardest game to run on PC. Even an i7 processor chokes and dies the moment you forget to sterilize your cats, if not for the ever-increasing technology.
Yeah, sterilize those Khajiit. Sterilize the cats. Sterilize those Khajiit.
Logical demands of Dwarf Fortress, AMD and Intel would be bankrupt right now. To even begin playing Dwarf Fortress, you'll need some prescription medication, but more importantly, you'll need a world to...
I wonder what kind of prescription medication he's referring to. Because if he's referring to something that can act like Adderall, I've got something like that. It's not Adderall, but it acts like Adderall.
playing. So, we create one, we set some parameters, and the game will then calculate 250 fucking years of history for this randomly generated world. And, depending on your computer, this may also take 250 years. Once the world is made, it's all yours, and like an abusive lover, she will caress and beat you senseless, and each time, you'll come back for more. There's two main game modes you can play in Dwarf Fortress. You can either choose to embark on distant lands and lead a fortress to...
There's so much going on here. I have no idea what this is even trying to tell me. I assume that this is like a forge or something right here. And, we got what looked to be like storage crates, and that's an anvil. So that maybe that's a forge. What is going on here? We got dogs. We got what look to be cats. What the fuck are we looking at?
ruin, or die horrifically in the pursuit of adventure. To begin, let's cover Fortress mode first. All you have to do is pick a nice place to embark, and that's about it. Despite common myths, Dwarf Fortress isn't complicated. Just follow a couple of tutorials and you'll be a seasoned veteran in no time. You should also download and use the Lazy Noob Pack, because the game is almost unplayable without it. Some
Lazy
may
noob.
disagree with this statement, but to put it simply, they're fucking wrong. These same people will disagree with my choice of tile set, or the fact that I use a tile set at all. To answer these concerns and make this video that much easier to watch,
I'm not gonna lie, just looking at the monitor makes me think, nope, I'm not gonna play this, because this would, the stuff that, not necessarily this one, but some of these other images, like that screen I paused on previously, would scramble my brain and it would hurt my head.
I will be using all of the tile sets at random. In Fortress mode, you start out with 7 dwarves, given the difficult task of establishing civilization. The longer you survive and flourish, the more migrants will arrive from neighboring
Migrants. Migrants. Send them home. Send them all home. Even the NPC ones, send them home.
cities, attracted by the promise of your growing fortress. From there on, any number of things can happen. Disaster, tragedy, invasions, and tantrum spirals which threaten to end your fort at any given moment. But whether you live or die, just remember, losing is fun. It's impossible to cover everything, so let me tell you some stories. The first fortress I ever founded was absolutely terrible. We had no metal, so instead we fought with sticks and traded pottery for any possible scrap of metal. We also lived in constant fear. There was a were-zebra on the loose. He kept eating my chickens
A were-zebra. A were-zebra, he says.
and trampling my dwarves. As if I couldn't escape the furry menace in real life, it torments me in my video games as well. It turned out that the were-zebra was a human
The illustrations that he's using are so stupid.
musician who plays at my tavern, so I let him stay and snap a few chicken necks every month. The place was actually quite successful. 5 years on and no major invasions. What the hell? I asked my friend who knows Dwarf Fortress to take a look. He came back shocked and told me, "You're not at war with the goblins." How? I had no idea. My fortress was a place of culture and learning, of drunken revelry and international diplomatic renown. Life proceeded as normal. And then, one day, one of my guests of honor, a legendary human wrestler, had too much to drink and went into a murderous rage.
Oh,
he proceeded
no.
to grab a goblin dancer and pulled off her lower jaw. As she was screaming,
Ow. Ow. You know, even in fiction, I've only seen one instance of somebody's jaw get removed, and that was, I believe, the movie Joyride. And the thought of that is just so miserable. Losing your lower jaw, no, that's a painful image to think about.
he began thrashing her with her own jawbone. The situation quickly
Ow!
deteriorated as she retaliated back. My other dwarves, upon seeing that a man was under attack and fearing for his life, used appropriate
Appropriate
self-defense to remove
self-defense to defend a guy that just ripped a dancer's jaw off. Video game logic.
the assailant's ability to chew food, launched into a furious brawl. It was a bloodbath that marked the beginning of the race riots. Every goblin in my fortress was slaughtered. For our acts of racial cleansing, the goblins had to
The jaw is one of the hardest bones in the human body. Well, then that's impressive, because I've had mine broken.
declared war on us, one we couldn't win, and all because
Not the worst shit I've seen. Trust me, could have been worse for the dancer. Well, yeah, obviously it could have been worse, but it's a terrible thing to imagine.
some retard couldn't handle his mushroom wine. Several months later, my fortress was swallowed by the Green Horde. Those who weren't murdered walled themselves off, went crazy and consumed each other. The rest starved to death. Dwarf Fortress
They went crazy. barricaded themselves in, and then resorted to cannibalism. Great plan there, guys.
Fortress, a fun, light-hearted experience for the whole family. My second fortress fared slightly better, until I dug too deep. My third? Well, we all know how this ends already, right? One of my dwarves got possessed, so I walled off his workshop, forgot about it, and accidentally opened up his crypt. In the middle of town, the nauseous fumes from his hot, decomposing body erupted across several levels, driving everyone insane from the sight and stench of his swollen cadaver. In the chaos, a mother dropped her toddler into a shallow pool of water. The child drowned, causing the mother to go into a tantrum and attack an experienced axe dwarf, who decapitated her. The dead bodies caused more tantrums, which would result in even more dead bodies, which
So now this illness or tantrum shit is spreading from two different directions. That would suck. You'd want to wall this shit off quickly, even if it means sacrificing everybody on the wrong side of the wall.
eventually reduced my population to a single person, a single axe dwarf, who was now considered legendary, having gained enough experience from beheading everybody else. My fourth attempt was actually fine. The fortress still stands as a grisly reminder of why we have health and safety. I read online somewhere that you could train your dwarves extremely quickly by constructing a danger room. The idea is simple. We put a dwarf in a room filled with traps, we activate them, and our brave warriors will gracefully dodge and block every single one of them. But this process wasn't fast enough, so we replaced the traps with coins. We hit the lever and 500 freshly minted coins would harmlessly ricochet at high speed across the room, turning our dwarves into professional soldiers instantly. However, it didn't work. 500 coins suddenly ricocheted at high speed and destroyed my dwarf's windpipe. Even the best surgeons
Ow.
available couldn't operate quick enough to restore oxygen supply. The cause of
Yeah, if you hit somebody with a metal object, even a fucking coin, at high enough speeds in the throat, it's still gonna do damage. Oh, I get it. It's all fucking just text dialogue, but still. And he probably made up the cause of death, but whatever.
death was ruled to be asphyxiation by legal tender. Not to be dissuaded, I tried to
Asphyxiation by legal tender.
optimize coin training. I made my men wear 5 layers of cotton around their necks. The results? Several women were now widows, and about a dozen men were now buried without a throat. It turns out coins are very dangerous. Attempt number 5, my current and final fortress. One day, I receive a notification. One of my master engravers had just sculpted a masterpiece on the dining room wall. I find the engraving and read the description. He just sculpted a drawing of himself stabbing another dwarf, and soon after, he actually stabbed him. What an absolute lad. This was also about the time I
Oh, so he was telegraphing his own actions. Fantastic work there, dwarf.
decided to embark on a haunted biome, and my personal advice, don't do that. Nothing dies on a haunted biome. The moment you kill an animal, it gets back up. The moment you chop off a limb, it gets possessed and tries to choke you. Did you know this applies to shellfish and crustaceans as well? I didn't.
Checked, jaw is strongest bone of the face, ace not the body. Hey, it's all good right now. It's all good.
But I've just lost a good fisherman to an undead
Still,
pile of lobster
I'm still a little bit impressed that I broke my jaw at some point.
shells. If all of this sounds like too much to handle, then you can play it gets possessed and tries to choke you. Did you know this applies to shellfish and crustaceans as well? I didn't, but I've just lost a good fisherman to an undead
I am going to look something up real quick. I have a pretty good idea of where it is. There it is. Yeah, fuck this spider shark shit. I do not like the spider shark shit.
Undead pile of lobster
Also, I'm fairly certain that this comes from an anime. I don't remember what it's called, but it was like Geo something. But it not one I particularly care to watch.
shells. If all of this
Oh, Geo, yeah. Where did my sound? Did my sound just disappear on me?
sounds like too much
Oh, it's my headset. Okay. The video didn't lose sound. I lost sound.
to handle, then you can play Adventure Mode instead. Adventure Mode lets you design and control a single character that can interact with, influence, and shape the world. Once again, it's impossible to cover everything, so instead, I'll share some of my character's exploits. The very
What are we talking about? Well, a moment ago we were talking about some spider shark thing that I find to be highly creepy. That the only reason I saved an image of it is so I could potentially do something with it around Halloween. This ugly ass thing, which I was reminded of by this video.
first character I ever made was a human, locally renowned for his acts of heroism. I didn't know the controls and didn't really care. I spent my entire time accusing children of being vampires and throwing silver at them until they died. No one dared intervene in my
Well, I mean, that works. Just continuously throw silver until they die.
righteous crusade against darkness. Incidentally, one of the people I accused
Crusade against darkness and its children.
was actually a vampire who proceeded to kill me instantly to get rid of the evidence. My second character was a kobold who had successfully integrated with modern civilization. To demonstrate how integrated I was, I immediately assassinated the king. To my surprise, the guards did
Very, very integrated. Very integrated indeed. It's just like all the the migrants. They're integrating well with all the Western culture.
didn't even care. My reward for committing regicide was monarchy. I had become the new ruler of this kingdom. I spent the rest of my career
Yep, that's probably their goal too.
spreading rumors that the previous king was murdered by myself. Everyone refused to believe it and said I, the king, was full of shit. My third character managed to find a really nice book, a book of necromancy, which I generously donated to one of my fortress libraries. After retiring from adventuring and checking up on the place, I was pleasantly surprised to find the place overrun with undead. Then, I got bored and installed some lore-friendly mods. Currently, I'm playing as Vegeta, a local Saiyan prince who accidentally used instant transmission to teleport to hell. There, I learned that the wrestling system in Dwarf Fortress is extremely elaborate, allowing Vegeta to choke hold demons while he plucks out their necks. After returning from the underworld, Vegeta spent several hours vomiting on townspeople and indirectly killed a child by doing push-ups. Later that day, an elvish
Indirectly killed a child by doing push-ups. You know, it's Vegeta, so I'd believe it if they said it was canon.
serf refused to yield to the Saiyan prince. He rejected his generous demands for both of his shoes in exchange for his life. Now, I'm not very good at Dragon Ball Z lore, but I don't remember Vegeta being able to make Destructo discs. But who gives a shit? In this mod, he can.
For real,
so,
though.
I decapitated a bunch of elves with energy discs and turned into a giant
Yeah, the Destructo disc was definitely not his. It was Krillin's.
ape. Then I got drunk and crawled on the floor, stealing people's genitals. In case you haven't figured this out already, Dwarf Fortress
What did he steal? Why did he steal them? Oh, Jesus.
is an amazing game. And not only that, it's unique. There's nothing quite like it. It's a sandbox and you make your own fun. And if you get bored of sand, there's a billion mods out there which make the game that much more intricate and entertaining. Sure, it's hard to get into.
Ooh. That might be dangerous to let play through. Cha La La is playing in the background.
But then again, so are nursing homes. I give it a perfect score. Perfection is
Final score, Femboy over Femboy. So that's a 1-for-1.
subjective, which is why everyone will see something different. Or something gay. As always, more content to come, so
Well, I mean, they were both femboys, so it was gay no matter what.
stay tuned. This video comes out much later than expected. What's up with that, Seth? You lazy schmuck? You've not even taken our money since November. Truth be told, I took a corporate position in December. Then, I realized I can do 100 times more by myself. So, I'm going all in. Seth is going full-time. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild who have been generously funding and bankrolling
Oh, the Merchants Guild in China. China.
these videos. You're all truly wonderful. I missed the chance to say this before, so
Oh, Citizen ID 144478. I don't know if the Communist Party is going to like you getting exposed like this.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and have a Happy New Year.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, there's nothing after this. It's just probably a thank you to all these people following. I don't know. As far as the game, I think if I could get past the idea of it frying my brain trying to keep track of everything that's going on in it, I think I'd probably find a way to have fun playing the game. Do I think I'm going to play the game? No. Absolutely not. I do not think this is a game for me because my head would explode. Yeah, that was a great video. I need to catch up on more of this guy's stuff. I've only watched this one and the Space Station 13, but I need to go back and check out some more of his things. So thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video.